Hey y'all, I'm back. So I was sitting up here texting with Ty Crable, and she gave me an idea to do a video. Y'all know she is a new waxy, and it's a lot of people that are new, just like myself. I'm still learning. And sometimes when you go onto some of these sites, they will have their product up but no picture, and you don't know how it looks, or you don't know the terminology. So I'm here to kind of help you as a new waxy with, the different terminology so you won't be confused when it comes to ordering, and you will know kind of what they're talking about, just in case you don't see much pictures, or people, or if you don't go through the photos. So basically we're going to start off with the basic chunk. If a vendor says they offer chunks, basically you get single chunks that look just like this, that will come in its own bag, just like a regular bag, like this. It will come in its own single bag with the name of the chunk, or the scent of the chunk, or whatever they want to call it, and you will get one single chunk. Most chunks will weigh anywhere from 2.5 ounces up to 4 ounces per chunk. I don't know how much this one weighs. Let me see if I can grab my scale. And it's good to get a scale just so you can weigh your wax. So this one weighs like 3.5 ounces. This one chunk weighs 3.5 ounces, and you could get a lot of melts depending on how strong this chunk is, but this one is 3.5 ounces. Some are smaller, some are bigger. Then you have tarts that come in different shapes. So, or butterfly, owl. This would be considered, of course, an owl tart from the company Night Owl. So it's of course, of course she will have owls as her I think she also has regular chunks like these too, but this is an owl tart. Then let's go to the ice cream scoops, and it's basically what it says. Now some do their ice cream scoops a little differently. This is a Rose Girls, so hers look like she just took the thing and just did like this, whereas this one looks like it may be a mold or something from Mimi's Tarts. It is a little bigger. Let's see how much this one weighs. This is like 3 ounces, 2.9 to 3 ounces, this ice cream scoop. And the Rose Girls is 2 ounces. So the Mimi's ice cream scoop is bigger. Now let's go to the Grubbies. Grubbies could come in different shapes. This is I Heart Wax Grubby Tart. She decided to do her Grubby Tarts with the scalloped edges, whereas Haley's Heavenly Scent, she just did a regular Grubby Tart, just plain sides. Then you have the mini muffin tarts, and it looks just like a mini muffin. So if they say mini muffins, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a bag full of mini muffins. They don't just sell one. You're gonna get a bag full of them, just like with Grubby Tarts. With Grubby Tarts, you can get one. Some companies will sell one Grubby Tart, or certain companies will sell you a bag of Grubby Tarts. This is Haley's. So Grubby Tarts weigh about 1 ounce each. Yep, this is about 1 ounce. So Grubby Tarts, you can just throw this whole thing in the warmer because they really don't weigh much. Whereas this one probably weighs about 1/2 ounce. Yeah. So you may want to use maybe 2 of these, just to make it 1 ounce because they're so small. It just depends. This is what you see. It's a donut tart. Then you have the cookies. Now Rose Girls do her cookies a little bit different. They look like short pies with scallop edges, but this is what she calls a cookie. A lot of other vendors, their cookies will look just like cookies. So this is a Rose Girl cookie if you ever come across it. But any other vendor, if they say cookie, for the 9 times out of 10, it looks just like a cookie. Whether, you know, sugar coated or whatever, it looks just like a cookie. When it comes to Brittle, Brittle is paraffin wax that's thin and broken into all types of shapes. As you can see, this is who is this? This is KimrieAnn'swax, brittle wax, and this one is just not colored, but she do color her brittle depending on the scents that you have. And this is a one little Indian scent brittle, bubble brittle, because she got the little bubbles, kind of like the candy, the bubble candies, you know, that come on the paper, button candies. So this is her version of brittle wax, but hers is not paraffin, it's parasoy, I believe, paraffin and soy mix. Let's go to scent shots. Scent shots can come in different sizes. They could come in 1 ounce, which I don't have any that I could know of right now. This is a 2 ounce scent shot, and this is a 4 ounce scent shot, which you can get multiple uses. Most people with these 2 ounce, sometimes they'll cut them in half if they mix in the scents, but some, you know, it's 2 ounces. A lot of people will use 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces, but no more than 2 ounces. If you're using more than 2 ounces, you're just wasting your wax. But some people just use that whole thing, or they'll cut it in half and mix multiple scents. This is a regular scalloped tart because of the scallop edges. This right here probably weigh about half an ounce to 1 ounce. So most of the time you could just throw this whole thing into your warmer. This is by Haley's Heavenly Scents. She's one of the ones that do sell the regular scallop tarts. These right here are called moon pies. You know, the old school cakes that we used to eat. I love the banana. But this is an I Heart Wax, and these moon pies are huge. You could get, shoot, a lot of melts out of these moon tarts. And moon tarts are big, as you can see. This one weighs 7 ounces. This is a Rose Girl moon tart. What? Probably not as thick, as you can see. I don't know what leftovers are from yesterday.
From dinner from yesterday?
No, not from me. You can't. Oh. You eat what's on that counter. That's what I'm eating. As you can see, the I Heart Wax moon pies, close my door, are bigger, thicker, I should say. Then you got the loaves. You have the loaves. These are what you call loaves. Now, in pictures, they do appear to be much bigger than when you get them. I thought it was going to be a huge thing, because I was like, that's a lot of wax, until I actually got a loaf. And although it is a lot of wax, but when you look at the pictures, you're like, well, it don't look that big. But off of these chunks, you can cut a lot. You can cut a few. You know, you're not going to just use a whole chunk. You know, I wouldn't. I normally cut off of my loaf, but this would be a chunk loaf because it has the chunks in it. So this is a chunky, what you would consider a chunky loaf. And these are considered mini loaves. They look like little mini loaves of bread. So if you see a company say we offering mini loaves, this is what you're going to get. A mini loaf. Don't mistake a mini loaf for a loaf that looks like for this type of loaf, because this is a regular size loaf, chunk loaf pan. This is a mini loaf. You see how little it is? This is a mini loaf. It's one of these chunks is probably heavier than this mini loaf, but you could throw this whole thing in, or sometimes people split them in half. This one weighs almost 2 ounces, maybe about 1.7 to 8 ounces. So unless I'm mixing this with another scent, I would use half if I'm mixing this with another scent. If I'm not, I would just throw this whole thing in my warmer. And then you have, I said pie slices. Did I say pie slices? I'm not sure. This would be a single pie slices. Some are big like Rose Girls, and I destashed all my pie slices from Rose Girls because I didn't like that particular scent too much. I do have one coming in my custom scent though, but this is a Mimi's Tart pie slice, and it looks just like a regular when you cut a slice of pie. Some are bigger, some are smaller. Now Mimi's also, and also Flamin' Star Scents, I didn't take it out, but Flamin' Star Scents, some of them have little mini, and let me take that out so you can see the difference. Some of them have mini pie slices. I'm sorry. And they will state that they mini. So you see how small this is? This is considered a mini pie slice. Again, I cut my pie slices in half and use them sometimes because this is two separate. These are separate sometimes. I just use 3 pieces and save the other piece for something else. But this is a mini pie slice, and as you can see, I cut off a tip using this. This is much bigger pie slice. I think this pie slice was probably about 4 ounces, whereas this is only about 1 ounce, which it is. Yeah, so. And then you have these bigger pies. Some are huge, look like big, huge pies. And then this is a mini pie, I believe, a mini chunk pie, but this thing is heavy. You see how thick it is, and this is a mini wax version of a mini chunk pie. Some chunk pies are only like 8 ounces. It just depends. This one is 15 ounces, 14. This one is 14 ounces. Her chunk pies are a lot of wax, whereas like Sassy Girl Aroma chunk pies are huge. Them things is probably like almost 2 pounds, those Sassy Girl Aromas, if not over 2 pounds, and she charges accordingly for them as well. So I just wanted to come and show y'all the variety of waxes that you can buy and what they are called. So this way you won't get confused and, you know, feel like you bothering people or searching all over, and you kind of know what each wax piece is called. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please leave your comments in the box below. Don't forget to share the video on Google Plus and give me a thumbs up. Peace.